I'm going to talk about here is prison-based martial arts systems. I know there's a lot of talk on the internet about 52 blocks and jailhouse rock, but there's not a lot of talk about where they come from. Now, what I'm going to get into is the history of this stuff. Yes, I did pick up a few things when I was in jail. I was able to observe a few things, catch on to a few things, listen to a few things, and I kept my mouth shut, my eyes and my ears open. I watched how these methods are taught to other prisoners in jail or in the prison system. I've talked with and worked with a few guys who worked in some of these prison martial arts systems, and you need to understand that most prison martial arts are based heavily on racial identity. What I'm getting into is this: the idea of prison-based martial arts or prison-based combatives, because they're not really what you would consider martial arts. They're very loosely based combative systems. Originated out of a mix of the 1960s civil rights movement and militant black socialism. It originally began with jailhouse rock, which was a mix of dirty boxing techniques and hip-hop dance moves. It originated specifically with the Black Guerrilla Family as a way to train their soldiers. Now, how this worked was the Black Guerrilla Family is a leftist terrorist organization that began as a prison gang with connections to groups such as the Black Liberation Army, the Symbionese Liberation Army, and the infamous Weather Underground. Yes, the same guys who were blowing up police, setting off bombs in police stations, and the same group that's connected to Obama. This is why the Weather Underground is a big worry for a lot of people, because the Weather Underground had a connection through socialism to the Black Guerrilla Family. Now, 52 Blocks is an East Coast variation of jailhouse rock, specifically out of prisons in New York and up that way. There's also another variation of it known as Comstock, or it might be another name for 52 Blocks. I'm not really sure. Anyways, the Black Guerrilla Family taught their recruits leftist political philosophy and some loosely organized system of hand-to-hand combatives and knife work. Now, a lot of the knife work was basically left down to prison shanking techniques, and a lot of the basic hand-to-hand combatives was essentially just basic boxing techniques mixed in with some hip-hop dance moves. Now, the idea for the hip-hop dance moves being mixed in was that they kind of attached the idea of the hip-hop dance moves having some sort of alternate meaning for martial arts combatives techniques. And because you can trace boxing historically to the earliest records of it in Egypt, and Egypt's on the continent of Africa, therefore they declared that jailhouse rock was an African martial arts system. Now, just the same way that they declare that the hip-hop dance moves are of African descent. Now, that being said, when the prisons used to be segregated. When in the 1960s, when the desegregation of the prison system occurred, and the Black Guerrilla Family was organizing black prisoners along the ideas of this leftist philosophy, what happened was it caused a blowback. The blowback that it caused was a war with the Mexican Mophia, who, being racist in their own way, were against black people and were against the idea of black power as it meant from the Black Guerrilla Family, the black socialist movement of black people taking over the country. And the other blowback to this was the Aryan Brotherhood. The Aryan Brotherhood organized as a counterculture to the Black Guerrilla Family. Now, the Aryan Brotherhood originated the system known as rock and roll. And rock and roll, again, a loosely combative system based off of the old school military hand-to-hand combative system like the Fairborn Stike system of World War II and some of the more judo-based systems that was going on in Vietnam at the time. And a lot of these guys were had prior military training, so that when they came out from Vietnam and they were originally, some of them were originally against the war, some of them were neo-Nazis or white supremacists to begin with, who had that military training and that combat experience, they had no problem taking the sentry removal techniques and applying it to prison shanking techniques. The hand-to-hand combat system was extremely simple. It was very much like the Sykes-Fairborn system. Palm heel strike to the face, eye gouge from the palm heel strike, knee to the groin as the head leans back, and then going in from there. Now, it should be pointed out that the Aryan Brotherhood, just like the Black Guerrilla Family, are both Marxist, socialist-based organizations. Both of them have a huge connection to the socialist communist movement. The difference being that where the Black Guerrilla Family was more of a Maoist, Marxist type of organization, the Aryan Brotherhood was more of a Nazi National Socialist Party type of organization. And while they had their roots in a Irish biker gang, the Aryan Brotherhood is pretty much a paramilitary organization. They are organized along the ladder of presidents, vice presidents, just like a biker organization or a biker organization or a biker gang. However, they also go down to having lieutenants and sergeants and majors and things like that as a military structure from the lower ranking going down. And this military rank structure has been passed on to other groups affiliated with the Aryan Brotherhood. For example, one of their front organizations, which does a lot of their legwork for them, the Nazi lowriders, don't have that military rank structure. They have a rank structure of seniors and juniors. However, some of the other groups connected with them, the neo-Nazis and skinheads that are connected with them, also have that mirrored paramilitary rank structure. Likewise, the Crips and the Bloods, who are both associated with the Black Guerrilla Family, have their own rank structures, both of which are paramilitary. However, the Bloods adopted more of the Black Guerrilla Family's directly paramilitary Marxist structure as compared to the Crips, who have that rank structure of triple OGs and double OGs and OGs and Gs and the little gangsters or the tiny gangsters or however they want to explain it. Either way, regardless of the term used, they do have that paramilitary rank structure. And the fact that these organizations have these methods of training their soldiers, of inspiring the guys who are recruited into their systems to learn certain things or to give them confidence to go out and do certain things. It's a testament to one of two things. It's a testament, one, to the military structure or the military thinking of the Marxist communist mindset. It's also a testament to the organization of these groups, since what they're teaching isn't exactly a very well-structured hand-to-hand combat system, but it is taught in a way to push their politics and their agenda, to get their recruits and their soldiers to make them feel confident, and through that confidence to make them go out and carry out different actions.